almost like when I've seen people do that too, and it's almost like you ruin your credibility with me.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago, you were saying
Yeah.
that, especially this happens in sales a lot. The product that the company you're working for before was the best product ever, and now you've jumped ship, and it's like, oh yeah, they're not that great, but this is the best product ever. Why should I trust you?
That's right.
You can turn
Yeah.
around and say, like, I've got a great opportunity for an up and coming company. Like, there's a way you can spin it. But when I've seen what you've seen too, where, yeah, the company I worked for 2 weeks ago that I told you was the best product ever. No. This is the best product
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah.
Like,
And
you have no
remember when I was
credibility,
trashing this product last week? I changed my mind. I was wrong.
Yeah. You have no credibility in my eyes.
Yeah. No.
But that there is a level, like I have seen that in sports as well, where, like if there are issues in the locker room, you keep them in the locker room. Yeah. I've seen it a couple times over the years where,
oh man,
player gets traded. They didn't work out with the team. There was obviously locker room issues, goes to the new team and trashes the old team. Yeah. And the players take it out on them in the field. Like, no. Locker room issues stay with us. Stuff stays internal. You could just say things don't work out. And that's the same thing in business.
Yeah.
Things, you don't air dirty laundry.
Did you see my tweet yesterday?
No, I didn't.
Okay. So yesterday morning I was browsing through Twitter and there was a tweet and someone I didn't follow, but you know how the Twitter algorithm, like if someone comments that you follow or likes it, kind of,
you see it. Yeah.
You see it kind of gets into your feed. It was one of those, occasions. And this guy was saying, I'll just say it. I mean, I don't think he or anyone that knows it listens to our podcast, but he said something like, so I had an employee come to me who is sick, thinks he has COVID, and wants a couple days off before he comes back in because he's got an appointment with his doctor to get tested. And he said, I told the employee, F that, here's the address of a place that's going to go do an instant test. You'll have the results in 15 minutes. If you don't have COVID, get your ass into work. And then he kind of doubled down on it. Like, these folks think they can play us, that, they get time off to go get COVID. I'm like, it has nothing to do with COVID. Your employee's sick. It doesn't matter if it's COVID or the flu or he's not feeling good. What's wrong with you, man? So number one, that's a problem. But to air that on social media, come on, man. Like, you keep that in the locker room. You keep that internal. If you have a problem with that and you feel like maybe there's a lack of trust with your employee and you kind of, have a problem with that, pull him aside in the locker room and talk to him about it. But you don't go out on social media and air that dirty laundry. Like, come on.
So the reason I laugh with that, because that is perfect. Like, so I was at my brother's house yesterday, and my brother got home from work, and he does, he volunteers coaching two of my nephew's hockey teams, the under 10 team and the under 8 team. So he was telling me, like, he was going through USA Hockey, state of Pennsylvania for security clearance, but then with USA Hockey, he had to take this test, about like good coaching and stuff like that. And I get the point of it. It's worth it. But like some of the questions were kind of funny. Yeah. Like one of the questions was like, the hockey stick could be used as a weapon, A, none, or B, in select occasions. So we had a good laugh about that. And I turned around and I said, no. And then he said, like, the next one was, like about playing the best players to win versus, at this case, you're doing under 8, right? If a kid's elite, they're not playing in this league. They're doing something else. Like this is to teach the kids sports. And, about like, playing the best players to get to win. I turned around and said, so, your best goaltender has a horrible game. What do? Do you pull them aside to see what's going on, or do you light them up on social media? And that's all I could think about when you're talking about that. This guy lighting up his employee over not feeling well.
Who's going to want to go play for that team?
Exactly.
Right? Your owner, your boss is like throwing people under the bus on social media, even if they don't name them by name. Like, who's going to want to go work for that company? I surely wouldn't.
Yeah. Like, it's crazy, but like this cutthroat nature, that's the word I was trying to think of earlier, this cutthroat nature of work and business. And like there's no sportsmanship.
Yeah.
There's no honor. It's like, let's just grind everybody.
Yeah, and I love that. That's kind of seems to be the common thread that we're hitting on today, is that it's not that you're not ultra competitive. It's not that you don't want to reach a level of mastery. It's not that you don't want to win everything that you do, but you can do that and still have a level of honor and respect for what you do. And it just seems like in business we're never taught that. In business it's the, no, you
Win at
have
all
to like
costs.
win at all costs, stab people in the back, kick them while they're down, you know, it's all for you. Like, and if it's not you, like someone else is going to take it from you. And it's just a toxic, sad place to be in. And I just don't think it's necessary. I, you know, I